These aliens run the show. George Knapp discusses by Area 52 clips. I'ma like their video, like my video, support your boy. Let's see what aliens run the show. Oh my god, my green screen. Hold up. My apologies.
Out of all of the types that we've heard of, you've heard of the Greys and the Nordics and the tall whites and all these different, which one, and this is just hypothetical, but which one is most interesting to you?
The mantises, the mantids.
I fuck with mantis beings. In fact, I actually made a video about the origins, the history, and the abilities of mantis beings on my Patreon inside of the collections slash playlist that's called Galactic Origins class. I talked about a lot of beings like griffins, the Zazmari, Alberians, the Altorians, you feel me? I talked about my own galactic history. It's mad shit on Patreon, bro. Go fuck up my shit. I'm telling you, bro, my shit fire, bro. You're not gonna regret it, my nigga. You need me.
Part of that is personal, and part of it is sort of UFO related in that it always seems like the mantises are in charge. The people who have these experiences who are taken on board ships. It's maybe the little grays that are the functionaries doing the experiments, the anal probes, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's the mantises that seem to be calling the shots. So I'm very interested in them. And the personal side of it is,
I don't know if that's. I mean, I kind of can see that with like because in our so because the Greys be in Orion and there's also mantis beings in Orion and there are mantis beings that pretty much like there are evil mantis beings. Now, I'm not saying that these abductions are inherently evil, but I'm just trying to mention the point real quick. There are evil mantis beings, but a lot of mantis beings actually are not evil, and a lot of mantis beings actually get a bad rep. Mantis, there's a lot of good ass. In fact, most nigga, if I'm gonna be so real, bro, I've only interacted with positive mantis beings. Nigga, there was one time I seen a fucking blue crystal mantis being, bro. That shit was fucking crazy. That nigga was fucking smart as hell. It taught me mad shit too about how to fucking like tap into the 6D and become aware of your soul template and how to like kind of hook your mind up to it. Nigga, I learned so much shit from the Mantis Beings, bro. Them niggas are so smart, bro. And like, I don't know if they really be running shit because usually when you have an evil Mantis Being, the evil Mantis Being is usually ran by a reptilian. You feel me? Usually they got abused by reptilians and they got made to become evil. You feel me?
I dig mantises. So I had this, I have a mantis sanctuary at my home.
Oh, really?
I,
That's
I, I
dope.
had a, I found this thing floating in my pool. It's now 10 years ago. And I thought it was a piece of wood. And I scooped it out and I realized, oh man, it's a praying mantis. Looks like it's dead. You know what? I'm going to put it over here in the courtyard and see if it comes back alive. I come out a half hour later, I open the front door. There's that damn mantis at the doorstop, looking up, trying to get in the house. I go, no, 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 hold on there, little buddy. Scooped it up and I put it, we have a flower bed. And in the spring, we grow mint and it flowers. I put it in there. Best of luck to you. And that was a girl mantis because every year since then, on the 1st of May, I get a crop of mantises. And I
What?
made it into a sanctuary. I protect it. I don't let any yard guy come in and
Wait, can a man can 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 manti? As you say, I don't think you say mantises. Can manti have babies without having to have intercourse?
I don't let any insecticides be sprayed there. But at first, it was a dozen mantises that were born. Suddenly, I've got a bunch of them. The second and third year, it's several dozen. And then it was hundreds. And and then we had a year. Each year gets a little harder because the climate is changing, whether people want to admit it or not. But I
Oh wow, yeah, they could do parthenogenesis. Oh my god, I did not know that manti could do parthenogenesis. Oh my god, that's crazy.
protect that like it's my own children. I put up fences to keep people and animals and danger away from those mantises. And it's part of it is because I just think they're little fascinating creatures. They're amazing. And then as I'm going through UFO research, I learned that about these mantid beings. And I figured, well, it doesn't help to be in good with the mantises. When the 8-foot tall ones land, maybe they put a good word in. Mantis overlords. I'm only partially joking about that, but I love the mantises. I protect them. I dig them. They come back every year. This year I didn't know if I was going to have any left or not because so many of the adults ended up dead for one reason or another last year, and I didn't see any of these little mantis condo towers that they are like egg sacs that they
Ew,
leave.
ew,
I didn't see any new
nigga, I'm
ones.
not trying to
So
see
I didn't know
that.
if they were going to come out until April 30th. I saw 2 little mantises, and I was just happy as shit. And then May 1st, boom, there they are, like right on, like they've got a calendar or something. They came
Every
out.
May 1st.
Yeah, every May 1st. This is the 10th year. 10th year.
Incredible. How many mantises now do you think?
I was out there looking at them yesterday and took some photos. There's at least 2 dozen of them in there, which probably means there's twice as many that I can't see. But it's amazing. I got these metal poles. When the first batch comes, you can always see 1 or 2 of these mantises get up to the highest point, like they're king mantis, even though they're you can barely see them. I'll send you some photos. If you
Yeah,
want to
that'd
have
be
them.
great.
Yeah.
Incredible. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt to put in a good word with these little guys, and maybe they'll end up protecting us. There was this story. Was it called The Mantis? This documentary?
Man versus mantis.
Man versus Mantis.
Yeah.
This was fascinating to me, and I stumbled upon this, and I brought it up to you in the past, and you said, "Oh yeah, that's like a legit case."
Yeah, so that was like right in the middle of my mantis experiment, my sanctuary. As somebody sent that story to me, I reached out to that guy. I had him on Coast to Coast. He's a musician and a filmmaker, a fascinating guy, serious, smart, funny as hell. And he told me about this man versus mantis experience. And what happened to him has happened to so many other people, is that once you connect with the mantises on some level, you start seeing them everywhere. And maybe it's just your awareness grows or something like that, but in his life, suddenly it spread to everyone in his family. They're seeing mantises all over the place.
For me, it was like that with spider beings, bro. Spider beings are so invasive, my nigga. When I was tapping into spiders, bro, nigga, everybody in my Discord, well, not my Discord, but my boy Cash made the Discord, you feel me? But I help him to run it. But everybody in the Discord starts seeing spiders, bro. My nigga Cash was connecting with spiders at the same exact time. He had a spider, like, I think it was crawling inside his room. My boy Late, it was tapping into spiders, bro. He had a spider crawling on his fucking face when he woke up, my nigga. My boy SLD, Supreme Loop Digger, he's a producer. He was seeing spiders inside his car and shit like that, nigga. It was mad spiders just everywhere, bro. That shit was annoying, yo.
Have you ever had an encounter with a mantis that wasn't?
In my garden? No.
Yeah.
No, I have not. That'd be pretty cool. Scary as hell, but it'd be pretty cool. I hope so someday.
What's your conviction on these mantids being real?
I'd say somewhere around 60%. I don't really know.
It's pretty high.
Here's what I don't know. I don't know what they really look like. What we have learned from this phenomena in the big picture, not only did the ships change shapes, but the beings change shapes. And sometimes it happens while abductees are on board these craft, if it's really that craft. They manipulate our perceptions in so many ways. I'm not sure we really know what any of them look like. If there are bodies from
Mantis beings do exist, I'll tell you that shit right the fuck now.
Roswell or Kingman or any of the other crashes, then we know what some of them look like. But I suspect that those little grays are functionaries that are robots, that are synthetic beings that are created to do work, as opposed to the actual ET, or if that's what they are. You should talk to the musician guy. And I'm having a brain fart on his name, but
Yeah, I'll look him up. I remembered his name too, and I can't remember it right now. But yes,
he's a great interview, a clever guy, doesn't go too far, has a sense of humor,
yeah,
not crazy.
beautiful story.
Yeah.
Beautiful story that involved his family too, and the sound of music being something that he recognized, and yeah, very interesting stuff. And it's interesting as well that it seems to be the phenomenon seems to favor, at least at some degree, artists. We've seen, so that didn't surprise me as well that that he would have been contacted. But yeah, there is something too about the mantis that is interesting, is that they're not always physical. You hear about tales of the mantis through psychedelic experiences as well, and non-physical sort of engagements. And so, yeah, it's hard to know because it's so nebulous Is it real? Is it not real? And
It's
they're
real.
so rare. There's been abduction cases that I've heard that they distinctly remember seeing these insectoids, but very briefly, and like almost behind a curtain, and almost wearing a hood.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very, very subtle, and perhaps as to not frighten us. Is the reason?
Absolutely. Yes.
But we
because
should
that
send
would be
them-
scary.
Yeah, we should send them a memo. The Greys are pretty terrifying. Too.
Yeah. Come on out and play.
Oh well, that's a cool video. Feel me? I thought it was gonna mention some more stuff. You feel me? But I ain't mad at that. I'ma end the video. Love you all. Catch you in my next vid. Peace the freak out.